Chapter 3 test is tomorrow, and it is 65 points. There are 25 multiple choice questions from your notes. 12 or 13 are on India, and 12 or 13 are on China. You need to fill in the India versus China comparison chart, one per box, except for the isolation. You need north, south, east, and west. I'll talk about that more here in a little bit. The map, there are 19 places on the map that you have to match. And the essay question, compare and contrast Hinduism to Buddhism, and that's 7 points. All right, go ahead and get out your chart that you were returned today. And I'm going to give you all the correct answers. So change things that you don't have right or add things that maybe make more sense. Remember, for the test, you just need to have one item in each of the boxes. All right, in India, they have the Indus and Ganges rivers. In China, they have the Yellow and the Yangtze rivers. Himalaya mountains in India are to the northeast. China is primarily made up of all mountains and deserts. Only 10% of the land is actually farmable. India is on the Asian continent, and so is China. Isolation. To the north of ancient India were the Himalaya mountains. To the north of ancient China was the Gobi Desert. To the south of ancient India was the Indian Ocean or the Deccan Plateau. To the south of ancient China was the South China Sea. To the east of India was the Bay of Bengal or the Ganges River. And to the east of ancient China, it's the Yellow Sea. To the west, you can write either the Arabian Sea or the Indus River. And to the west of China are the Himalaya Mountains or the Kunlun Mountains. Cities. Ancient cities in ancient India are Mohenjo-daro. In China, Luoyang. In India, again, is Harappa. In China, it is Xianyang. In India, Pataliputra and Anyang. Religion. Hinduism in India, Confucianism in China. Remember, that's not really a religion. Buddhism, same thing, not really a religion, but we're going to put it in this category in India. Taoism in China. You also have legalism, and remember, all three of those are actually philosophies and not religion. Both of them sort of believed in reincarnation or a life after death, so I would say you could use that as well. Writing, they use Sanskrit in ancient India, pictographs and ideographs in ancient China. Examples of writing are the Vedas or the Mahabharata and Ramayana or the Cloud Messenger. In ancient China, not a whole lot of literature that they wrote. You could write down Oracle Bones or the Analects by Confucius, because remember, the Qin dynasty actually burned books, so there wasn't a lot. Family was very important to the society, both in India and in China. In India, they definitely had the extended family. And China, they had a very large family, or I would say they're extended as well. They're patriarchal in India, which means the father is the head of the household. And in China, there's male supremacy with the filial piety, where males are dominant. Achievements. Ancient India developed carefully planned cities that run north, south, east, west. We use that idea to plan most cities today. Hinduism, Buddhism, they discovered that Earth was a sphere, round, and rotated on its axis, which is very accurate. They created some of the algebra. They used yoga, and they had an advanced plumbing system. They wrote the symbol for zero like we do, and Sanskrit is still a language that's used today. Ancient China created the crossbow, silk. We still use Confucian sayings. They started the Great Wall of China that, of course, exists today. Paper, the printing press, the magnetic compass, gunpowder, powder, steel, the rudder and fore-aft rigging, and the terracotta army, which is a huge tourist attraction. And this is during the Qin dynasty, because they were to protect the emperor if something happened. Kind of like the Sphinx outside of the pyramid, they were to come alive and protect him. All right, your map, let's just double check that you know the pink area is China, the green area is ancient India, this is the Yellow Sea, that is the South China Sea, the Indian Ocean is there, the Indus River is on the far west side, The Ganges River is on the east side of ancient India. The Yellow River is further up north, and the Yangtze River is the southern river in China. The Himalaya Mountains are in the northeast of India and actually west of ancient China. The Deccan Plateau is in the middle of the Indian subcontinent. The Hindu Kush is an area in the mountains where the Aryans passed through to get to ancient India. The Gobi Desert is north of ancient China. Mohenjo-Daro is one of the ancient cities of the Indus Valley, as well as Harappa, and later on Pataliputra. Xianyang was one of the capital cities of ancient Chinese dynasties, as well as Anyang and Luoyang. All right, and the last thing is, remember comparing and contrasting your Hinduism and Buddhism for your 7-point essay question. I've already given you this, so just make sure that you know some of the things that you are going to list as the similarities and differences and be able to write this in a cohesive paragraph.